Hello and welcome to the January update and first episode of the Project Side Character series. My name is Larissa, I'm a writer, and this is one of my projects. I'm so good at this. Anyway, let's continue. Project Side Characters has to this point been known as the Secret Project, and I don't really know much about it, so this doesn't probably mean too much, but originally in my script I didn't actually include anything about it, but it feels wrong to not talk about what I achieved in January in the January update. So in January I had about 3 chapters written at the start of the new year. I deleted it all because I hit a writer's block. Ended up redoing an entire character, the main character. I redid a character. It's confusing. I'll explain it. I did that. I redid her character, had to delete like 3 chapters, and now I'm going through and rewriting it all. So that's what I achieved. I originally wasn't going to tell you guys anything because I didn't actually achieve any of that in January, other than deleting like 3 chapters. I'm recording this in February, like 5 days before this is supposed to go live, because this is my 3rd time recording it. My audio app has been messed up. Anyway, enough with that ramble. Let's get back to the script. I am now going to be after I give you guys the update of what I achieved each month, I'm going to do a little ramble about something to do with the project, like some lore or what it is for this one. So what is Project Side Characters? And in the script I was originally planning on talking about this month as well, what I wanted to do with it, but I ran out of time. So I'll do that next month. Yes. Before we begin, a quick disclaimer. Nothing in this Project Side Character series is intended to be a tutorial of any sort. This is all simply a documentation of the chaos people like me call writing a book. I am in no way, shape, or form a professional, and especially with this series, I am so far out of my depth, it is honestly crazy. This is very different from my normal. Another quick note. This script quickly revealed that it is going to fight against me every step of the way when trying to explain this story. I'm going to jump around a bit, say stuff that doesn't make sense, and if you have questions when this video ends, ask in the comments and I'll attempt to explain better in a future video or in the comments. Let's continue. Aya is a messenger under General Mickey. She is a highly skilled avian with more control over her magic than most during the age of the Great War. When the General hears of a key that has the power to bring about the end of the war, Aya is the obvious choice to send to retrieve it. But this story does not follow Aya as she collects it. In fact, by the time the story starts, Aya has already collected the key and General Mickey's camp is in sight. There are also underlings, which is an evil creature who have lost access to the world's magic and are now attempting to take the magic from others, in sight. So, when the underlings begin shooting at her, Aya decides that risking pushing her magic too far and burning up in an attempt to teleport to her camp is better than being captured by the underlings. But when she pushes her magic to teleport, something goes wrong. But not in the way she was expecting. It seems something, perhaps the key she was carrying, enhanced her magic, and instead of teleporting to camp, she ends up somewhere completely different. Somewhere she's never been before. But she has been everywhere on Elementus. Project Side Characters is going to be a 5-book series, each focusing on a different character. Or mostly focused on a different character. See, the series is going to follow Aya as she attempts to get the key she collected to General Mickey and end the Great War. But it's a bit more complicated than that. Project Side Characters started as a challenge to myself to write something not from the perspective of the main character, Aya, but from the view of those around her. When Aya attempts to teleport to General Mickey's camp, she finds herself in an entirely different world, and she will soon discover through the course of the book, Elementus is not the only world, and neither is Earth. Each book will focus on a side character of the world as Aya attempts to find her way back home. Okay, at this point in the script, I have to cut off and do a little world building, before this next section can make sense, so here we go. Project Side Characters exists in a universe where there are 4 interconnecting worlds, as well as an in-between realm. Each world has their own world building, species, cultures, and such. I will definitely go more in depth on each world's world building in future episodes, but for now, this is just a quick overview. In the past, all four worlds were connected through the in-between. However, something happened that caused the portals to be shut down and the worlds to be cut off. Pretty soon, the existence of the other worlds were nothing more than ancient myths. Back when the worlds were connected, there was one person from each world that possessed a certain bit of magic due to being connected to the in-between. These people were called, this is going to be a potentially temporary name, I've not decided yet. They were called arches. They were basically like the ambassadors to the other world. When the worlds were cut off from each other, each arch took a piece of the key to open the portal and destroyed it, or they were supposed to destroy it. Each arch has a specific role, with the ones existing in current times being the prophet, protector, peace, connection, and sight. I have not yet decided if these are the only option for arches or if there's others that get cycled through. The only thing I know for certain is that the connection is always a vibrant, which is the main species of the in-between. I think these are probably going to be the only ones, and they each stay connected to one world. But I haven't fully decided on that. Okay, so pop back into current times. Each world still has their arch, but their magic is extremely weak or non-existent, since the in-between is inaccessible to them. These arches are who the story is told through. Now I'm going to attempt to explain some basic stuff for the series, but it might get confusing, so I'm going to add a chart. Okay, World 1, Book 1, is the world... Oh my goodness. Okay, so the first world, the first book is going to be in World 1, where Aya teleports to when attempting to get to camp. This is Earth. The Arch of Earth at this time is Sia. Sia is going to be the prophet. World 2 is currently an unnamed world with plant species. I have written here that Artemis is going to be the arch for that book, but that is not true. I changed that. It's going to be Hunter is the arch, and Artemis is his sister. So, there we go. That's Hunter is the arch, not Artemis. World 3 isn't actually a world, it's the in-between. It's going to focus on Cosmo the Vibrant. He is the connection. World 4 is the Aether. It focuses on the child Luna. Luna is the peace. And World 5 takes us back to Elementus and to Nisha the Sight. The story will follow Aya through the eyes of the arches as she attempts to return to her own world and end the war there. As Aya progresses through the world, she will learn that the key she has is not complete. She has to collect the pieces from each world and then return to the in-between where Cosmo, the connection, will use the key to open the portals again, reuniting the worlds and allowing the Vibrants, humans, and the plant creatures to help end the Great War of Elementus and the never-ending wars in Aether. And that is the end of the script. Yay, we're done. Goodbye. See you guys next time. That's it. Yay. Goodbye. Oh, actually, I have a book on Amazon. It's not Project Side Characters, but if you want to purchase Prophecy Foretold, it's my current work in progress series besides Project Side Characters. Prophecy Foretold is available on Amazon. I'm working on getting the second edition of Prophecy Foretold and the first edition of Endless Morning, which is the sequel book, out right now. That's the reason I pushed myself into burnout, as mentioned previously. So, it's going great. I'm working on it. They'll be out sometime this year, if everything goes to plan. Anyway, if you want to buy the first edition, which I would not really recommend of Prophecy Foretold, second edition is going to be so much cooler, custom art, all that kind of stuff. I forgot what I'm saying. Anyway, goodbye. Enjoy the YouTube video. Like and subscribe or something like that. Bye.